Well, we got another service change over here in Vegas. I'm in between two houses. It's going to be 111 today, so I'm going to try and get this done fast. Bunch of GE breakers. So I'm going to replace this square D panel, 200 amp, 225 amp bus, so it's solar ready. Yeah, this ought to be fun. Not too bad. I like going inside the garage. So inside the garage, I could open up the drywall above and pull the circuits up and out. Then I could just easily just flop the panel down. But come to find out, it's a vacant house. I can't get in the house, so now, yeah, more plaster problems. But now check this out. This house passed inspection at one time or another. But take a look at this. Can you see that? Look at that madness. There was never even a connector on that. So I'll find a nice surprise, I guess, when I open this up. But yeah, just gonna make it all legal. But here I'm going to show you how I knock some of the stuff out. Last video I did was I just showed after, and a little bit of before. So I'm gonna show some durings this time. So here we go. Okay, the first step is I got lucky, and a lot of these wires are labeled, you know. But I'm going to pull this panel off, so this stuff isn't going to stay. So I got all my labels for each breaker, and I'm going to number each one of the wires. So when I pull them out, I know which wires go where, so I don't have to go inside the house and stick a radio inside each plug of each circuit, turn it on, and listen, and then click the breakers off and on until I find it. So right now, I'm going to start taking apart all the breakers, or I'm going to start numbering the breakers, then I'm going to start taking them apart. So no particular order. Start with number one and then get to labeling. Okay. All right. So I don't make any mistakes mislabeling these wires, I'll pull them out and then I'll label them as I pull them out. So here we go. Okay. Also, I know in my little booklet, oh, it's number 15. Or, I'm sorry, I've already taken that off to 15. This is circuit number 16. Whatever I labeled it at on 16, I don't need to worry about it. Stick it on the wire, then so forth and so on. As I take them out of each breaker, then I number them. I know exactly what's going on. If you're one number off, everything's off. By the time you pull it in, then you're wondering what's going where. Believe me. Once you have that happen to you, you kind of live and learn. So Lord knows it's happened to me. So all right, I'm going to continue on. I'll show you next. We'll be undoing all the grounds and the neutrals. Okay, all the circuits are out and they're all labeled. Good stuff. All right, now to take out the neutrals and the grounds. Excuse my stuttering. My COVID recovery's coming along. But yeah, we got lucky with this one. I don't know if you can see it. I'm doing my best here. So there's a number 4 solid ground wire. Have that bonding wire right up here. Looks like a number 2 aluminum, which is equivalent to a number 4 copper. It's one size bigger because copper is a better conductor, so you have to upsize one. So next step is to take out all these wires here and then start chiseling around this panel and start getting her out. Okay, one more thing, real quick. There's a debate on a couple of my other videos about doubling up grounds under a lug. Grounds are not current carrying conductors. So my fight is that you can put them underneath a lug. You can double them up. It's mainly the manufacturer's recommendation or what have you for this type of panel. But this one here, it has them. I don't know if you can see that. If you can see the grounds. I'm doing my best here. So the grounds are doubled up. I'm good with it. My next step is to start chipping around the outside of this panel. About 2-3 inches out, because there's a flange. The flange screws into the studs. This is how it is out here. Now, people have commented on the last video and said, why don't you just use a cutter and make a nice clean cut around that? Well, because this is an imperfect surface here. And you know, the way that it's plastered on there, I don't think I could match it as well. You know, it looked like it cut off and it has a certain form to it instead of an edge, and mine kind of overlaps it. I think you'd be able to tell a lot more that I did a patch. So I think with rough edges, it's just going to turn out a little bit better. So maybe some of the plaster, some of the knockdown texture holds together a little bit better. I don't know. But I think I like doing it like this better. You know, you want to use a cutter and cut it out like that, I like it, but I don't know, I just don't think that the plaster would match. So I'm going to go ahead and start chiseling around this right now, and then, yeah, get to pulling this baby out. Oh yeah, it chips out like butter, so check it out. See, out here in Vegas or California, what have you, just a little bit of plaster over some lath and then styrofoam. So this chipping around is really nothing. So you could use your hammer, but I don't want to go crazy, so I'm going to do this. So now that I've chipped out all the way around it, now it's time for the heavy work. But yeah, you don't really have to go too hot and heavy. If there's chicken wire, so you're going to have to cut chicken wire away, but yeah. I'll put on my safety glasses. But yeah, chicken wire, and then your styrofoam. Then you're down to the wood. Nothing to it, huh? Well, come over here and do it for me. There's nothing to it. Well, the chipping's done, but sometimes you run into this. You bid the job, but you have no idea that this is going on. So they put the panel on first. While it's still studded out, they didn't do the sheathing first. So they put that on, then they put the sheathing all over the whole house. So now, to get to the flanges, I've got to cut all that wood out. Ugh, I didn't anticipate this. Not happy. That delays me about another hour. So, but it's just stuff you run into on the job. Oh, we got that chipped out. Well, check out what they did. All right, can you see that? See all those extra holes? That's some lazy electrician just giving the carpenter his panel and saying, just do it. You know, you never know what anybody else is going to do. Never give away your work. Worked out a local 58 in Detroit. They gave away part of the jurisdiction because they had too much work. Gave it to Ohio. Now you can't even work in that part of Michigan. So now they can't get that market share back. It's not about union and non-union. What I'm getting at is once you give it away, you can never get it back. So a lot of times we have to fight for our electrical work in the factories and stuff like that. Same thing here. Never give it away to no freaking carpenter. Are you kidding me? The struggle is real, my friends. So you only have so much space above the panel here. The panel's going to be a little bit higher. That means I'm going to have to knock out more stucco, more patching. Or if they would just give me the lockbox code to get inside this house, I can cut the drywall out 2 or 3 feet above it. Then I can pull the Romexes out a lot easier. I can set the other panel in perfectly. And all I have is just a little bit of damage down the sides, and even I can patch that. But, you know, when you're subcontracted out, trying to get answers or communication, that's the pain. Communication is the key with everything in life, in business especially. So what I'm going to do, if I can't get the code, I'm going to pull out the panel while pushing up the wire, pull it out, push it up, pull it out, pull it, so forth and so on, inch by inch until the panel leaning forward, then I can get it up off of the feeder conductors. Well, I'm not going to sit here and put you through that and let you watch me sweat. My wife gets to see enough of that. Man candy, that's all. Man candy. Anyhow, I'm hard at this, and wish me luck. Ooh. Maybe you can tell by the looks of me, the dirt, a little more than dandruff, that I had to do this the hard way. What a bear. And then what they did here, it wasn't just a sleeve coming out. It was a sleeve inside 3-inch rigid conduit. And they had a connector on the bottom of it, so you couldn't get at the screws underneath of it. So, oh yeah, what a wrestling match. Something that should have took me about 45 minutes, about 2 hours to get out. So, but I did get the combination to the garage. So this is the size of the new panel. The inside is still going to cut above the panel, so I don't have to take out all that stucco. I'm just going to push my wires in, and I'll show you that, and then make quick work of it. Right now, we have to get the conductors in, then we can call for inspection, the heater up, then put the home runs back in, and then home run back to the house. All right, well, that was a bear, and as you can see, the sun's beating down, so I got to be fast at this, but we're on the downstroke now. Got the conductors landed. Look at that. Ground, solid number 4. It's supposed to be, and then the bonding wire. That's all they require out here to have before they give you inspection and approval. So I guess they figure they can trust you enough to get the conductors in and get it energized that you're smart enough to put the breakers in. Hey, sounds good to me. I'm going to show you the inside now, what I had to do, and now we're going to put the circuits down in the panel. I got these in, but all you need is a connector or a bushing, and that's good too. Okay, let me show you what's going on inside. Well, inside was fun, but I tell you what, it's a lot easier. So I cut right above the panel, cut 2 feet out. What do I care? I'm going to put a couple of studs on the side here, screw it back in, put a little bit of mud, caulk, what have you, and paint, and I'm good. I don't mind a little touch-up work. That's not too bad. But if you look in there, if you can see, I'm sorry. You can see in there that connector? I've got the connector on here, and then I have it all taped up, tapered down, and that way I'm going to put all those wires in at one time. Shove them all down, put the lock nut up over them, start landing those breakers. Dig that motion. Anyways, waiting on the inspector. NVE's on its way here. Again, this is a lot different than in Michigan. You don't have to wait till the whole service is done before they come back, but you can cut down your own service and everything's overhead, so I always do mine live. But working with permits on every single one of these, doing them all legal, I don't mind that. It protects me and protects the customer as well. So, all right, I'll show you when I start landing some breakers. And then we may or may not do the, I guess it's called the brown coat for the stucco. It's only a couple of inches. I think I could squish some in there and then hire somebody to do the troweling to make it look nice. Maybe I can. Done it before. And let you watch me struggle since you haven't had that treat yet. So, and I can't find my other glove, so I'm going to do this without a glove. But again, it's staggered down. Got it right in the top. And you hope, see, you're probably going to want something see better than my fat back. Look like bacon, fat back. But yeah, that's what we're doing. It just seems to, you know, that I run the tape around it for the shorter grounds and stuff like that, and you face it out so it doesn't get caught up on any of the bus or anything like that. Face the wires out and go straight out as you can. Push this connector in the top, put the lock nut in, then we start terminating. So there, that was very little struggle. Work smarter, not harder. That's what I always say. Well, of course we passed inspection. You kidding me? So man came out, my wires in. Look at that, clean as a whistle connector on there. So yeah, the Nevada Energy's coming out right now to turn it back on. So they come out when the inspector's on the way because it's pretty easy. But you know, I think I misrepresented how they do the inspections out here. So it's not just one inspection. They do the one inspection to get you going. I thought that was just it, but I just talked with the inspector, and they come out after they schedule a final. So they got to make sure that you do have the stucco fixed, and they make sure that the panel's all labeled. They take the dead front off, and they do inspect it. So I was a little bit wrong about that, so I apologize, especially to any inspectors or anybody out here in Las Vegas. But yep, there's a final inspection to this, but they do turn the power back on, so the people aren't without. Like I say, it's 112 degrees out here today, and they don't really want to do that to anybody. So, okay, moving on. We're going to start putting the breakers in now. All right, we're on the downstroke here. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, there's that extra sheathing coming in, but I got to clean it up. But start with the neutrals in case anything's short. I have plenty of room up top. In the grounds, if I had to put an extra ground bar in there, something's not a problem. You'd bond the ground bar to this bus with number 4 solid, And yeah, you're all good. But I don't think I need to do that. I got plenty of room. I can even run some over here. So plenty of room. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting in my grounds and my neutrals and my breakers. Well, that's about a wrap. Got all my neutrals in, grounds, tried to do as nice as I could. A lot of these, you see the 2-pole 20s up there, red and black. When they share neutral, they have to be tied together. So if one trips, the other one trips. Just the code. So yeah, so that's not like there's a bunch of 20 amp 220s in this house. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. They share neutrals. You don't see this in keep comparing it in Michigan, but they don't share neutrals and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe if you had one circuit on all the time or two on the, you're drawing maximum amperage, and both of them on one neutral. I mean, there'd be a lot of load on that one neutral. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Whatever. But got my panel all labeled up. Gonna close it up, and that's it. So it's getting late. So yeah, you're not gonna catch me doing this stucco work. I'll stop by on a Friday because maybe go belly up for a beer and some tacos after. So I'll wait for Friday. Fair enough. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, what have you. Haters, don't leave any comments. So, all right. Thanks, guys.